So that's Newsmax host Grant Stinchfield. I'm sure you guys have seen and heard about him before. Dancing, apparently for an audition spot on Dancing with the Stars, which is in his joking a post there, seems to be a bit of a call out to what seems to be his former employer, Newsmax, because he's disappeared from the air for quite a bit of time now. And I think he's trying to figure out what the hell is going on. So first of all, I did him a little dirty there because I had to use unlicensed music, so he's a bit off beat. It wasn't his fault completely, but still he was dancing like that. So they are beefing, Stinchfield versus Newsmax. Let's go to details of what happened here. Because this former NRATV host lost his primetime program in a shakeup to make room for Greta Van Susteren over on Newsmax, who got the 6 p.m. time slot, while former White House press secretary Sean Spicer moved to 5 p.m. and former Fox commentator Eric Bolling got Stinchfield's 8 o'clock slot. That's according to the Daily Beast. Here's the caption that was on that dancing video to point out who he was specifically talking about. He said, "I have no idea why Newsmax would cancel me." Oh my God, Newsmax is canceling people? Look at this talent. Dancing with the Stars hit me up. My buddy Sean Spicer can be used as a reference because Sean Spicer was on there and there was some hashtags. And he said he's forced to post it because he lost a bet. So at least there's an explanation there. Now, Newsmax insiders did point out maybe the reasons why this whole shakeup happened that maybe Stinchfield doesn't want to talk about. Which one person did say this gun-loving commentator declined to comment for the Daily Beast report and instead mocked the site's coverage of its conspiracy theories and other on-air activity. But Newsmax insiders said that he was not happy about losing his show, while they were not surprised by the move still. Why were they not surprised? They said that his show regularly had bad ratings despite having great producers on the team. His show just came off as radio on TV, which is boring and not compelling. I think I did him dirty with the music at the top, but they did him dirty with that insider information. Like his show was boring. It wasn't the producer's fault. The producers were great. He just sucked. Jeez, man. But maybe they're trying to get away from things like this, because I was on his Instagram account and I saw the dancing and I said, what else has he been talking about? This is what else he's been talking about.
Look, you want to be a drag queen? I really don't care. Just don't push it on me. Don't push it on my kid. And don't go all transvestite craziness on us. And certainly, don't put our national security at risk. Take a look at this picture. These are our representatives at the French ambassador's residence. This is who we send to represent America. This is also why our enemies, Iran, Russia, China, is laughing at us. We need to stop with the woke nonsense and start getting back to our roots. Let's be tough Americans. Let's be strong Americans. Let's be Americans with resolve to fight back against anything our enemies will throw at us. And we certainly want to fight back in army boots, not high heels.
So that's what Grant Stinchfield talks about, you guys. Jessica, is this a good move for Newsmax? Maybe they're trying to clean up their act.
I don't know if they're trying to clean up their act. I don't know if I'd give them that much credit, but I think the one thing that I've noticed here is it seems that he became a commentator just off of being a hater, which is something you can do on the right. You can just be a very dedicated hater, and suddenly you have a platform on the right. I think the one thing that's missing is you actually have to give substantive, meaningful commentary, which is really missing there. He really seems like he's just a hater. That's all he's bringing to the table. And maybe his show was boring. I don't know, I wasn't watching it. But even what he says there in that video, it just like lacks in-depth analysis. It's not really bringing much to the story, and also saying that our enemies abroad hate us because transgender people represent the United States. Listen, our enemies abroad hate us because the United States has been an imperial nation since our founding. They hate us because we go around and we've colonized and brutalized societies abroad and intervened in other countries. We cou'd Mossadegh, the leader of Iran. That's why Iran doesn't like us. We, our American people don't really remember all of the interventions we've done abroad, but trust me, the citizens in those other countries and their leadership remember those things. And so, I don't know, he's just kind of a joke, and I think he doesn't really add much, but I'm not confident that Newsmax is, hiring Mother Teresa to take his place. I don't know, Jayar.
Well, Greta Van Susteren came in, but I think what Eric Bolling, I think specifically took his slot, so he's been there already. Maybe Eric Bolling's doing certain things that Others aren't. I'm glad you point out the things about what the reasons why other countries dislike, but those things always gets written off as those countries dislike us. They made that up because again, we don't like to actually look at a mirror as far as this country and be like, well, maybe we should change something because if we'd like to actually be liked, if we'd like to advance our standing in the world, maybe do it a different way. But we're stuck in our own ways. But Stinchfield, we'll see where he lands, if anywhere else. If he's on Dancing with the Stars, I haven't watched it in a long time either. So I guess I'll watch it as much as I was watching this show. But good luck to you, Grant.